Mike Tyson is widely regarded as one of the most iconic fighters in boxing history, known for his ferocious power, explosive speed, and ability to end fights in the blink of an eye. Dubbed the baddest man on the planet, Tyson's career is filled with highlights that showcase his incredible hand speed, devastating power, and signature peekaboo style. This unique approach allowed him to slip punches and counter with brutal hooks and uppercuts, often leaving his opponents dazed before they even knew what hit them. As Tyson himself would say, "I've been the baddest man on the planet for decades, and now this so-called problem child is about to have a real problem." Tyson's aura of intimidation was a key weapon in his prime. Opponents often looked defeated even before the first punch was thrown, overwhelmed by the sheer force of Tyson's reputation and physical presence. His aggressive fighting style, combined with his ability to close distance rapidly, made him a nightmare in the ring. Now, with the announcement of a potential fight against Jake Paul, the boxing world is abuzz. Fans and analysts are debating the matchup, and Tyson himself seems eager to step back into the ring. When asked about his thoughts on fighting a younger opponent like Jake, Tyson had a typically blunt response. "I might be 58, but I don't feel it when I'm fighting those young guys in the gym. They bash me around, but I still hold my own." Despite Tyson's confidence, his later career revealed some vulnerabilities. His reliance on knockout power sometimes left him struggling against opponents with strong defensive skills or those who could weather his early storm and drag the fight into the later rounds. In those instances, Tyson's stamina became a factor and his effectiveness diminished. However, Tyson is quick to dismiss any comparisons to other fighters his age. "I've been training consistently for years. I'm a different species. I'm not like the others." On the other side of the ring, Jake Paul brings youth, size, and a growing set of skills. At 27 years old, Jake has built a boxing career that has surprised many skeptics. While his early matches were against non-boxers or aging MMA fighters, Jake has shown power and an understanding of the sport that has earned him a dedicated following. However, Tyson's experience and layered fighting strategies present a completely different challenge. "Jake needs to make sure he's not in the way of those punches," said a boxing analyst. "Tyson's a real fighter. He's forgotten more about boxing than Jake has learned so far." Tyson's ability to close the distance quickly and unleash powerful combinations is something Jake must prepare for. Even if Jake has been sparring with top-tier opponents, facing Tyson's relentless aggression is a whole different ballgame. Jake's decision to take on Tyson has raised eyebrows, with many questioning his motives. "Why take on a challenge like this?" Jake was asked. His response was as bold as ever, "Because I can, and because I'll win." Jake thrives on proving his doubters wrong, and this fight is the ultimate test of his ambitions. He acknowledges that training is grueling, but he relishes the opportunity to step into the ring with a legend. Tyson, however, is skeptical of Jake's confidence. "He's going to run all night," Tyson said. "He won't stand toe-to-toe with me. He'll try to survive, but I'll catch him eventually." Tyson's strategy is clear: apply pressure, cut off the ring, and force Jake into uncomfortable positions. For Jake, the challenge will be finding a way to manage Tyson's aggression while leveraging his own strengths like his reach and youthful stamina. Critics of Jake point to his previous fight against Tommy Fury as evidence of his limitations. Unlike his earlier opponents, Fury was a legitimate boxer, and he handed Jake his first professional loss. "That fight showed Jake still has a lot to learn," said a commentator. "Now he's jumping into the ring with Mike Tyson. It's a massive step up, and he might not be ready." Tyson's preparations for the fight have been intense. Known for his rigorous training regimen, Tyson spends hours each day honing his skills. "I train all day," Tyson said. "From boxing to strength conditioning, it's a full-time job. By the time I step into the ring, the fight is the easy part." Tyson's dedication and work ethic remain as strong as ever. which should be a warning sign for Jake. Interestingly, Tyson doesn't deny feeling fear before a fight. "I'm scared," he admitted in a recent interview, "but that fear fuels me. It sharpens my focus and makes me more dangerous." This candid admission reveals the psychological edge Tyson brings to his fights. He uses fear as a tool, turning it into controlled aggression that keeps his opponents on their back foot. As for Jake, his training has also been relentless. Under the guidance of top trainers, including DeAndre Savage, Jake has been refining his technique and improving his conditioning. Videos of Jake sparring have circulated online, showcasing his power and determination. In one clip, Jake delivers a knockout-worthy punch that drops his sparring partner. While impressive, these moments have also been met with skepticism. Critics argue that sparring sessions are controlled environments and can't fully simulate the intensity of a real fight. Savage, however, believes in Jake's potential. "Jake's putting in the work," Savage said. "He's serious about this fight, and he's got the tools to surprise people." Still, even Savage acknowledges the unique challenge Tyson presents. "Mike is a legend for a reason. He's not just another opponent. Jake has to be ready for anything." The fight has also reignited discussions about age and longevity in boxing. Tyson, now in his late 50s, is defying expectations with his physical condition and sharpness in the ring. However, Father Time is undefeated, and some wonder whether Tyson's age could become a factor if the fight goes beyond the early rounds. If Jake can survive the initial onslaught and take the fight deep, he might have a chance, one analyst speculated. Despite the odds, Tyson remains confident. "The minute I catch him, it's over," Tyson said. His goal is clear: to prove that age is just a number and that he still has what it takes to compete at the highest level. For Jake, the fight represents both a risk and an opportunity. A win would catapult him to new heights, earning him respect as a serious contender. A loss, however, could expose his limitations and derail his boxing career. As the fight date approaches, anticipation continues to build. Fans are divided, with some rooting for Tyson to deliver a vintage performance and others hoping Jake can pull off a monumental upset. Regardless of the outcome, this matchup is set to be one of the most talked about events in boxing. Ultimately, this fight is about more than just two men in a ring. It's a clash of generations, a battle between a legend and a rising star. Tyson represents the old guard, a symbol of boxing's golden age, while Jake embodies the new wave of celebrity fighters reshaping the sport. Both men have much to prove, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For Tyson, this is a chance to reaffirm his status as one of the all-time greats. For Jake, it's an opportunity to silence his critics and cement his legacy as more than just a YouTuber. As Tyson succinctly put it, "It's going to be painful and it's going to be over quick. So who will come out on top? Team Iron Mike or Team Jake? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this epic showdown."